Yo, 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 yo. What's good, my people? What's good, my people? It's your boy Jason Gooner back again on this special Christmas version, Boxing Day preview, festive fixtures preview for the Premier League. You know, we've been doing this from week 1. It is now going to be match week 18 this week. So Christmas evening, we know people might be busy and everything, but people also are now excited for the games coming up. Your team soon play. Yes, big up everybody in the chat. Yeah, man, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Hopefully everybody had a safe Christmas so far. You guys were able to exchange gifts and, more importantly, spend lots of time with your families. That is what it is all about, people. Yes. So big up to Drew Ross, always in the building. Blessings, my brother. Respect and thanks for being here. CK, big up yourself. I just right CK on the list. I know CK are dropping predictions today. So CK there. Respect CK. Happy oxtail day. But I know so I never eat no oxtail today. It's a shame. It's a shame. We'd have oxtail last week. Jaja. Yeah, so I have a little Christmas sweater. You know, I breaking the streak. I've always worn an Arsenal jersey for this, but you don't know Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah. Get in the spirit. You have to get in the spirit, Drew. You know how it go. Yeah, man. So we're not gonna really take a bag of time tonight. You know, people want to be with their families and everything. And if you're watching, we really do appreciate it. Just make sure you smash the like button for me. Share the content as well. Let people know, even if them just want to drop a like on the video. Yeah, man, that would be greatly appreciated. Coach, big up yourself and a Merry Christmas to you and yours. Yeah, man, coach in the building. You know, coach, I got drop theme score them as well. Yeah, man. So big up yourself, coach. Yeah, so right on Biggs G. No, say Biggs I go sending fee on them as well. Yeah, so one Dan Sherman, that's a big man. Big up yourself, you know. All the best for the season, my brother. To you and the family. All the people at McLaren Dan, Merry Christmas. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we'll get right into it, you know, people. Now waste no time. So we have 10 fixtures between tomorrow, which is Boxing Day, and Thursday. I think 8 tomorrow and 2 on Thursday. So we're gonna take in what go on in the game them now. Remember again, people, like and share and subscribe. Bless up, Duke. Merry Christmas, my brother. No, say belly full, I know you can sit down and take in some EPL preview. Yeah. So before we get to the fixtures, though, people, let's get to the injury news, right? Because that's very important. So let's see what Pep is talking about here. Let me stop sharing this real quick. All right. So I'll go through the team news real quick, people, and we'll get to the game then. Again, smash the like button for my people. Just smash that like button, let people know so we're live. People might not even know so boy a Christmas day. Nobody not go live, but match I play tomorrow, people. So I'll see what I go on. Cause I want to predict, from a day, you know, my predictions them are horrible, you know, people. This is not like me at all. So this week, all right, not even gonna talk. So yeah, so this is what Pep had to say about his players, Nunes and Stones. So let's see. Stones felt a disturbance right before halftime against Villa. You say I didn't talk with the doctors, but if he could not play the second half at Villa Park, it is because he wasn't ready. We'll see. Yeah, so basically Ederson and Nunes look like they're not quite ready to go. Sound like Stones won't be ready either. So they'll be missing those players. Another thing about this press conference that was crazy. The man said one day Sean Dyche will manage a big club and it will be another challenge for him. I was like, yo, Pep. I don't know what they're trying to talk about, but what big club going to manage, Sean Dyche going to manage people? Sometimes I wonder if Everton fans even want to go them games. Up Jamrock, go on, up Jamrock. Yo, CK, me don't know if you did there for the review show, brother, but me did even mention you because he did say that Stones was going to get flu at halftime. And I remember when he did put that in the comment section, man, dead with laugh. And it's true, bro. The man just never forward out after halftime, bro. If City can't beat Everton, a big problem that for them. Boy, 8-7-6, man, I tell you. And at the first game too, that's at the you see now the Boxing Day fixtures are the only game I don't want to get if me as a player. The first game, 12 o'clock after Christmas Day. No, sir. Give me like Liverpool, them get the 3 o'clock or 8 o'clock that in England. That's the best one. Furthest time from Christmas. Enough recovery. Vardy. So Vardy might be down as well. That's not a good sign for Leicester. Patson Daka is back. Yeah, early morning game, Jamrock. Worst game after Christmas night. I tell you. So Ruud van Nistelrooy was killing it as an interim manager. The minute him signed the dotted line, things get rough for him. Some 4-0 and 3-0 and 4-0 and them things they might pick up from where they. I think the keeper being out is the biggest problem because trust me, the drop off from him to Ward is huge. It's like a golf. It's like a golf. I think Danny Ward is like them third string as well because I think this guy Jacob is supposed to be the backup. Yeah. We want him fit, but of course you can't rush these things. So yeah, if he's not fit, Hermanson, it look like they might Stolarczyk might actually play, which I would do anything to not make Danny Ward play. Vardy, on the other hand, we have to address Jamie. He picked up some knocks. We have to address him today and tomorrow to see if he's ready for Thursday. Hopefully, he'll be fine. If not, it'll be a short-term issue. So that's some more promising for Vardy. But Hermanson look like they might try play the other kid where them sign. So let's see how that work out in goal. But if Danny Ward play people, I feel sorry for Leicester. They might pick up about 7 over Liverpool. Yo, man, them want me get a strike star. All right, so Lavia unavailable for Chelsea. Saka out for many weeks. All right, let's hear what's going on with Eze. Eze is a ball away. When he's on form. So them have play Bournemouth coming up. Daniel Munoz will be back after suspension. So that's a big pickup for them. Of course, they just got 5-1 from Arsenal. So it looks like he trained today, and now we have to wait for the reaction, but it looks good. So Ebbs will be back. So Eze will be back. Everything is fine. With Chalaba, it was just the 3rd game in a week. So nothing there. Chris Richards just got the game, tactical reasons. Adam Wharton still out for a little while. But yeah, the big news for Palace, Eze will be back for the game against Bournemouth. So that's good news for Palace and their fans. Let's get an update on Ethan from Brentford. Let's get the update about Ethan now. So Frank reveals extent of eye injury. All right. No. Okay. Ethan Pinnock is the same as last week. It's a bigger one. It will be weeks with a hamstring injury. So that's not good news for Ethan. It's going to be weeks for him out. Yeah. So not good news for the reggae boy there, Ethan Pinnock, or for Brentford, because they tend to ship a lot more goals when he don't play. Sepp Vandenberg is minor, but he's going to be too short of a turnaround for Brighton. Let's see for Arsenal. So maybe He'll be back for the Arsenal game, but not this one. Ayer went off injured and unfortunately picked up an ankle injury. It's a similar one to the Johan Wissa earlier this season and Ethan Pinnock last season. Will be out for weeks. Jensen getting closer. Thiago still has a joint infection. Jano. This guy Thiago Salt, from him reaching up playing at I don't think he can play. I think he can play one game. Yeah, so the bad news there for Reggae Boys fans, Brentford fans, Pinnock looks like it's going to be weeks with a hamstring issue. So that's not a good sign there. Speedy recovery to Pinnock. But yeah, that's pretty much most of the news that we want to run through for the injuries. So let's now start to look at the fixtures. Let me check in with the comment section, big up some people. So Richard Edwards say, yo, I'm not waste no time, 2-0 City, I need to hear nothing. Pep snatch everybody from them family for train. Yeah, well, him say them can be with them families in the morning, but by evening time, report to the place, because that's where they must sleep. If Rude was at United, they would be a little better in my opinion. Oh, so you think, boy, I think the minute Rude make it permanent at United, them start losing, And that me think, no pressure with the interim thing. Vardy will play a part, but can he maintain running for the whole 90? Probably not. But the good thing is I know Daka is back now, so them at least have a striker with them can sub on. Them have Jordan AU who can play a striker role, even though he usually play wide most of the time. Can't wait for the Arsenal collapse with Saka out. Well, we're gonna see CK. We're gonna see the good thing is he came off early in the game, last game. We had 2 goals already and went on to score 3 more goals. So Martinelli never looked too bad on the right hand side either. But let's see, CK. Let's see. Let us see what we're gonna do. All right, so Boxing Day, people. Boxing Day. We've been talking about it, but the first fixture tomorrow is Manchester City versus Everton, people. So let me get this on the screen for you guys so we can look at it. All right. So this is the fixtures, people. 7th place. Manchester City on 27 points, plus 4 goal difference. Everton played 1 fewer game and 16 points, minus 7. They're now in 15th. Everton, if you look at their recent form, 5 clean sheets out of the 4 games. 4 clean sheets out of the last 5 games. I think it's 5 clean sheets in their last 6. A 0-0 with Brentford, losing 4-0 to Man United. That was Amorim's first home game, I believe. And then a 4-0 win against Wolves, a 0-0 with Arsenal, and a 0-0 with Chelsea, 2 of the more potent goal-scoring teams this year. Now they have Manchester City coming in, and this is their recent form. 2-0 loss to Liverpool, 3-0 win over Forest. A lot of people were wondering, is that going to start back, a move for Manchester City? Next week, they went to Selhurst Park. They got a draw with Palace. Palace really could have won that game, I thought. Manchester United then stealing it against them at the Etihad. For long stretches, though, United was the better team in that game. And then Aston Villa pretty much dominated 2-1, Foden getting a consolation late. So, 3 losses in their last 5 games, only 1 win, 1 draw to go with that. When you compare that with Everton, Everton have more points in their last 5 matches. So that should show you what kind of form Manchester City is on currently. Last year in the reverse fixture, they won 2-0. That was in February. But what I want you to look at is the squad that they used in this game. So this is last year, people. So Manchester City had Ruben Diaz out, Ederson out, John Stones out. Ake and Akanji should be fit for this game. Doku is okay. Rodri is out. Alvarez sold. Nunes is out. Foden will play and Haaland will play. You look at the bench now. Ortega will start this one. Walker more than likely will have to start this one. Vardial will start. Lewis will probably start. Jack Grealish will probably start. De Bruyne, Silva. Oscar Bob is not there right now. Injured. Jacob Wright. Now you compare that with what we saw against City. and you can see the difference. So Ortega in for Ederson. Stones started but couldn't finish the game. Won't play next week. Vardial will play. Akanji Lewis will probably play. Kovacic just back from injury recently, but he will play again. Grealish, Gundo, Silva, Foden. More than likely, you'll see something like that. De Bruyne was on the bench last week, as you will see here, but didn't come on, which I thought was pretty telling for the fact that he didn't come on. Doku and Savinho are back though, so that's good for them. I think against Everton, Pep is gonna have to play the wingers. Play your wingers, Pep. Play Doku, play Savinho, play all of them. If De Bruyne is out, play Foden. I would play Silva and Kovacic deeper in the midfield. Play Foden in that De Bruyne role. And play Erling Haaland. Play your wingers though. Play Savio, play Doku at the same time. Could even start Grealish as well, but I would go for the trickier ones are the more 1v1 ones for this game, because I think Everton, they're gonna sit tight, bunker. You're just gonna have to break down your player that is marking you. So I would play the wingers that are gonna go in the 1v1 challenges, win those challenges, and supply some kind of service for Haaland. Because I think lately, if you look at the games, City, even when they have lost games before or drawn games before, you could look back and say, boy, City just missed a lot of chances. But the chance creation has really gone down tremendously lately. And I think a part of that is just, they're not really getting into advantageous positions to put those services into the box for Haaland to even have a chance to finish goals. So yeah, it's a lot of things going on with City right now. The squad has changed a lot. And I just don't think they're really coping with the loss of Rodri among, I think, Pep. Even last week, I didn't understand. You have these two players fit. When they came on, they looked fit. Why didn't one of them start at least? I didn't understand the balance in the midfield that he went with. Just to me, kind of played into Aston Villa's hands a bit, the way he tried to set up the team. And then if he was going to overload the midfield game, none of these players really can match up to the likes of a Kamara or Nana. So I think that was always going to be an issue for them in this game. But hey, Pep is the mad scientist and the genius. So, you should put your money on him to get out of this situation. But right now, it just seems like he's not pressing the right buttons either. Everton now last week, as I said, they've been really sturdy. 5 clean sheets in the last 6 games. I think that counts for something. They've stabilized the back line. This one will be interesting because Ashley Young will be removed from it. He has a suspension for yellow card. So I think the person who subbed down for him, the veteran Seamus Coleman, will probably start in this one. Wiley, old veteran at this point, but we'll see how he holds up. That's why I think it's going to be imperative. You play Doku, you play Savio. Doku, put him up against Seamus Coleman. How can he hold up against Jeremy Doku? Mikalenko on the other side, solid. Saka did give him a time the other day, but Vitaly Mikalenko made him work really hard for everything. So I don't think he's going to be an easy one to beat either. And Tarkowski and Brantwaite, probably, two of the better suited players to deal with a player like Erling Haaland. So they're set up kind of to stop a guy like him, but let's see. In midfield, they're getting good work out of these 3 players, really covering the ground well, keeping the ball well enough to at least, let me not lie, they're just really working in midfield. And then Calvert-Lewin plays on the island a lot. Broha was, I think he couldn't play in this game because Chelsea has him on loan, so he'll be back. Maybe he gets a start just to switch things up. Don't think Better will start, but probably going to be Calvert-Lewin, but I would give Broha a chance just to see. And NDI, and I guess the big news for them, will Dwight McNeil be fit enough to even get onto the bench? I don't know if he'll start, but hopefully he's an option off the bench for them in this game. Jack Harrison hasn't really been doing anything in these games since McNeil has been out, so they need him to hurry up and get back into the team. But look, I think this one is one of those ones where, obviously I want to think that City is going to right the ship at some point, just start winning games again. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think that this Everton team, what they're going to come with in midfield, the athletes, the athleticism, the organization, I don't see them pulling apart teams like they once were. I think it's going to come down to personnel. If he starts the wingers, I think they do get the result. If he doesn't, I think this is going to be another draw for Everton. Because Pep has been not doing the right thing lately, I'm going to say it's a draw. So I'm going to say Everton again, keep the clean sheet, 0-0. Another 0-0 for start off the Boxing Day. CK say 1-0 to City. All right. Wednesday. Merry Christmas, Chile. What go on? Put on Chile there, car. Chile might reverse, go straight off a stream, car. Lone reverse psychology. Bless up, Chile. Yeah, man, the squad totally different, Drew. It's crazy. It's like a total turnover. The midfield too soft. Yeah, it is. It's no bite in the midfield, really. Don't even know what to predict. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, It's hard. Duke, I agree with you. I think it's gonna be a draw. I was gonna say 1-1, but 0-0, yeah, man. Bless up, float. What go on? Float to the reigning champion. Late Christmas dinner, mad. Yeah, man, I eat some rotted food a while ago. Jam late to the show, bro, but we send my pics. No, Nicholas, we just start, bro. We just start. We just start at the first game. Man City, Everton. Drop your score. Drop your score. I'll know Chile are rocking brain, Chile no know. Chile no know what we do. Chile I say Jero star. But yeah, me I say nil all people. Boring, People are go hungry. I mean, not hungry. People are go full from Christmas still. So yeah, a game they're gonna be a slow one. Nil all. All right, so Bournemouth and Crystal Palace is the next game, people. Bournemouth now in the top 6 all the way up to 5th. 28 points. Crystal Palace 16th and 16 points. +6 for Bournemouth, -8 for Crystal Palace. Last year, Bournemouth did the double over them. They're looking to continue that this season. Last week had another big win. They've been racking up the wins, man. They beat Chelsea. I mean, not Chelsea. They beat Arsenal. They beat City. They beat Manchester United. They beat Tottenham as well. So they've beaten a lot of those, so-called big 6 teams, or whatever you want to call them. So they have gotten good results this season. Last week, 3-0. Semenyo is now back. Got a goal last week. Hoyson has gotten that starting role over Senesi now for a good few weeks, and he rewarded his manager with a good performance and a brilliant header off a free kick as well. And then Kluivert proving to be very calm from the penalty spot. Dispatched his penalty neatly past Onana to make it 2-0, and then Semenyo scored as well right after. So 3-0 beating Manchester United. Definitely, not the best of days for the Red Devil fans, but Bournemouth, just quietly moving their way up the table. Kepa has been good in goal as well. Have to say that as well. He's always the keeper backing himself. Said that, he could have been the number 1 at Real Madrid and could have been the number 1 at Chelsea, but he's doing well. Not him personally, but he's representing a Bournemouth team that is now in 5th place, and I think he's been a big part of it. When he doesn't keep, I remember when he was, not able to keep against Chelsea, you could see the difference in play. So, Kepa doing well for Bournemouth. Then when you look at Crystal Palace, of course, they got the 5-1 from Arsenal last week, but I think they created quite a bit of opportunities. So right now, I think they're looking very dangerous in terms of their attack. I think they've figured something out with Sarr, Mateta, and of course, Eze will get back with that unit, which I think will help them as well. Just another player up there who can, play that final pass and also become that player to do the final action. I think sometimes they miss that when Kamada plays, or the likes of Nketiah, because I don't think Nketiah really suits the role that they ask him to play when he's not playing the main striker. And then in midfield, I think Hughes and Lerma have been doing a very good job. Of course, last week I thought that wasn't really where their strength lied. I think their strength was mainly in the transition game through Tyreek Mitchell and Klein on the right. And whenever they found Sarr and Mateta, there was definitely problems for Arsenal. So I think if they can, transition quickly against this Bournemouth team, they will put them under some pressure. But I think Bournemouth this season has been controlling games a lot better. I think that's part of the reason why they're in all the way up there in the top 5 right now. Very good team, I think, and well coached as well. But I think that Glasner is not a bad coach either. And I think sometimes the football gods have a way of rewarding you, because I do think that, the 5-1 flattered Arsenal, even though that was the result. I don't think it was a 5-1 game in terms of the amount of chances that Crystal Palace created at the start. That Raya had a very good game and made some big saves, and on another day it could have easily been, a much different ball game, because some of those saves did arrive at moments when the game was still 2-1. So, that game going 2-2 makes it a lot different. But for me, Bournemouth and Crystal Palace, I just think on the recent form, Bournemouth has had a way at home of having some surprising results. I mean, that drew with West Ham, I wasn't expecting that. The 1-0 win over Tottenham was a good win, was a decent win. But I think, don't know, man. Crystal Palace is a team that's funny. Went to Brighton and won 3-1. I really thought that draw against City galvanized them, because even though City's not playing very well, Crystal Palace should have won that game, and they felt disappointed not winning that game. So that gave them some confidence. Look, I think this game going to draw, people. Yeah, I think this game going to draw. I'm going to say 2-2. Desmond. I think Bournemouth. So Nicholas is not joking around. The man said 2-1 Neverton. So them time they Pep scratch out the whole I'm head side. 1-0 to Bournemouth. CK said 2-all. Boy, CK. Good score that. Float said 2-all for Everton and City. Chile said 2-1 Cherries. So Chile, me notice, Chile. Okay, me see it. 1-1. I want to say City win, but knowing how we have been recently, I think we'll lose. So I will go with this. All right. But just about to accuse you of just not wanting to do the other one, My bad. 2-1 Bournemouth, Nick. All right. Duke said 2-1 Bournemouth as well. Yeah, I just have a feeling Sarr and Mateta and Eze. Yeah, man, will cause few problems, man. But if a winner is there, I would lean towards the Cherries. That is for sure. All right. So the next fixture, people, is a very tasty one. Chelsea and Fulham. So Chelsea in second place, people, 35 points. Fulham, 25 points in ninth, right? Chelsea, very good goal difference, plus 18. Fulham, plus 2. Last year, Chelsea did a double over them 1-0 last year in this same fixture. Chelsea at the bridge this season has been formidable. And away from home, really. Their last 5, they have 4 wins and 1 draw. The most recent draw coming at Goodison Park last week in a frustrating one. I think this game could just pretty much be summed up by first half missed chances. Had Jackson missing a few. Cole Palmer, I thought, wasn't as sharp as he has been pretty much all his time at Chelsea since he got there. A good friend of mine who's a big Chelsea fan said he thought it was probably his worst game in a Chelsea shirt. I don't know if he was just super upset at the time or what, but when you look back at the game and you see some of the things, it's say, yeah, I mean, maybe it's up there with one of the worst performances for real. Thought Sancho was quiet but lasted the whole game. Even though his stats didn't look too bad, when you look at the take-ons and everything, just when you watch the game, you could see that it just wasn't clicking for him in most instances. So yeah, just Everton now has done this a few times to teams, so we have to start giving them their credit. but I do think that Chelsea was a bit flat as well at times. I think when the goals didn't go in the first half and the second half had come about, it was really Everton who got the clearer chances in that second half. So um, I thought Sanchez stepped up in this game. He's been ridiculed a lot. People saying they can't win the league with him. They need a better keeper. I don't think if I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm saying that one game makes me think he's the man. But, he has been decent. We have to give them the credit. When you look at the goals conceded and everything, they're one of the higher, better ranked teams in that statistic. And, going into this season, I always said, I have no issue with the attack, the midfield. I would take a lot of these players at Arsenal, to be honest. But the defense is where I was worried about. I think Colwill will one day be a very good defender. I don't know if he's at that moment right now. Tosin, definitely well decorated as a youth coming up. Always highly thought of. But, I don't know. Is Chelsea a team that aspires to win the Premier League, going to win the Premier League with Tosin as the starting centre-back? That remains to be seen. So, there's still question marks there, but you can only assess what you have seen, and you have to give them some credit, I think. So they're doing better than I expected for sure. Now, Fulham, I thought, lost a major opportunity last week. There's a lot of bunch up right there where Fulham is in the table. And when you have Southampton at home, just fired their manager and the lowest points in the league, you have to try to get 3 points there. But a 0-0 for them. They really should have won the game, to be honest. But, you have to put the ball into the back of the net, and they were unable to do so. And I think they didn't really create enough clear chances as well for the amount of domination that I thought they had in the game. They are without a few players. Reece Nelson is out. Emil Smith-Rowe is also out right now. So yeah, they didn't have their main players. Josh King got a run out. Haven't seen him a lot in the Premier League this season. Harry Wilson, who had been on fire the last couple of weeks or so, he started, usually forward off the bench. But yeah, he opted to start Muniz, who was the starter starting the season. Jimenez had been on fire, kind of cooled off a bit, so he came off the bench in this one now. Adama Traore was starting earlier in the season, has been coming off the bench. And there was a sighting of Carlos Vinicius late in this game as well. So, it looks like he's still searching, trying to see which players can help him out. I think he was just starting to find a team he could play with, but it wasn't quite there. I think Pereira might have been suspended last week, so he should be back. As a matter of fact, let me check that. Why Pereira never play? Pereira important to them side, Yeah, Pereira was suspended for yellow card, so he'll be back this week. So that will help out a lot. But this game, people, I think two teams that on their day could probably beat a lot of teams in the league. It just depends on how they show up. Now, the fact that Chelsea, I think, had a little bit of a off game last game, it's probably not the best news for Fulham right now going into this game. Tete is out for a little time, so Castagna will have to step in. Let's see if he continues. He played decent last week. Chelsea, though, I think they're going to prove to be a little bit too much tomorrow in this one. I think they bounce back from the 0-0 and get back to winning ways. I think Fulham get a goal, but Chelsea will win this one 3-1 tomorrow. Yeah, I think they bounce back from that draw. CK said 3-2 Chelsea. This might be the game I watch. Yeah, this game should be good, But Newcastle Villa should be good as well. I'll be looking at probably those two more than any others at this time. But yeah, it's a bunch of games at 10 still. May I cut a little bit soon forward. All right, big up, coach. 2-2 at the bridge. I love that scoreline there, but I feel like it'll go reach way. 2-1 Chelsea. All right. If you're not forward, just drop it in the comments when the show done. I mean, make sure I add them in. 3-1 Chelsea. Yeah, chill. I agree with that one there. 2-1 Chelsea, said Duke. And float, same to you, float. If you're gone, just drop your score them in the comment section and we'll add them in on the big board. On the big board, All right, so Newcastle, Aston Villa. So this is another one that I think people will have their eyes on. Now, Newcastle has been scoring a lot of goals in the last 5 games. Well, that's 1, 3, 4, 2, 6, and 4, 10, and 4, 14. So 14 from their last 5 games. And in those 5 games, they have 2 draws, a loss, and 2 wins. But back-to-back 4-0 victories. They head to, they head into this one on fire, goal scoring wise. This game against Ipswich could have been many more as well. But yeah, Pope is down, but they have pretty much a veteran at this point because Pope had his long injury spells out of the team, and Dubravka has done well in his stead before, so he's doing the same now. Shara and Byrne proving to be a decent partnership, and Livramento has been the player that has just made Kieran Trippier obsolete in this team, and Lewis Hall proving to be money well spent as well at left back. I think he will be in the upcoming England teams all the time moving forward. Then in midfield, they went with Joe Willock, Bruno Guimaraes, and Sandro Tonali. Joe Linton was out of this one. So hopefully for them, he will be back. Let me just check on something with that real quick. Yeah, people, smash that like button. If you're just getting into the building, smash the like button. Joe Linton will be back. He had the yellow card suspension last week. So yeah, expect Joe Willock probably to go back to the bench, and it'll be Tonali, Guimaraes, and Joe Linton. And I fully expect this lineup to start again. Isak, I think he has 5 goals in his last 2 games. And Jacob Murphy has been on fire. So, they have a good thing right now. Harvey Barnes always gives you something off the bench, goal creating opportunities. Almiron finally getting some game time last game as well. So, I don't expect much change from Eddie Howe. He proves over the years, like when he finds his 11 in a season, he doesn't mind playing them every game. So as long as they're fit, I think those players will probably play right now. So I don't expect anything different. And then on the Aston Villa side of things, last week they got the victory against Manchester City. It was the Morgan Rogers show and the midfield show, Tielemans, Kamara especially. But yeah, I believe that this team will probably be the team that starts if everybody is good to go. Leon Bailey didn't get any game time last week. I thought it was interesting that Buendia came on late, and not Bailey, but let's see if Bailey gets some game time this week now, going into this Newcastle matchup. I think John Duran starts again for me. I don't see any way you can bench him after what he's been doing. So yeah, I think that won't change. But this will be an interesting game to call, people, because Aston Villa and their travels this season haven't really been the best. Away from home, they haven't really caused much noise to teams. They've done a lot of their damage this season at home at Villa Park. They will be heading to St. James Park, where apart from I think a freak loss to West Ham at home, they have been pretty much impenetrable at St. James Park so far. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one to call. It's a tough one to call, people. Newcastle Aston Villa. What do you say? Drop it in the comment section. Newcastle, Aston Villa. Newcastle, Aston Villa. Bless up, gigs. What going? 2-1 Newcastle, says CK. Where say Isaka move like him want the golden boot. Yeah, bro. Isaka, everybody know. That's my striker for Arsenal people. Alexander Isak. Enough others I would take as well, but he's my numero uno when it comes to the next Arsenal striker. 4-2 Newcastle. Yeah, I could see this game having some goals, you know. I'm going to say 3-1 though. Actually, no. 3-2. 3-2 Newcastle. Actually, say 4-2. All right, Duke say, yo, family time, you know. Same said 2-1 Castle. 3-all Forest and Spurs, okay. 2-0 West Ham over Southampton. 1-all Man U and Wolves. And 3-1 Liverpool over Leicester. Brighton, Brentford, Arsenal, Ipswich, Duke. And you're done. So yeah, so that's the Newcastle Villa game. All right, cool. Coach saying gone. Coach will soon forward with him score them. All right, so tough one to call, people, but I'm going to go for the 3-2 Newcastle victory over Aston Villa. Because Villa, for whatever reason, not traveling well enough. All right, so Spurs and Forest, people. So if I had asked you before the season, you know, match week 18, Spurs, Forest, one team will be 4th, one will be 11th. I think most of you would say Spurs will be 4th and Forest 11th. But it's not that way this year, people. 31 points, 8 points separate them, and 7 places in the table. 31 points plus 4 for Forest. Interestingly, Spurs all the way down in 11th with only 23 points, but they have a plus 14 goal difference. So that just tells you that, you know, they're when they win games, they happen to win them by a wide margin. So and sometimes they happen to lose by a wide margin too. But yeah, last 5 for Spurs, you know, 1-all with Fulham, lost 1-0 to Bournemouth, lost 4-3 to Chelsea after being up 2-0 early, beat Southampton 5-0, and then lost last week 6-3 to Liverpool. So only 4 points from the last a possible 15 for Spurs. So not a good run for them in the last 5. Then Forest now, on the contrary, you know, 1-0 over Ipswich, lost 3-0 to City, then a 3-2 big win over United at Old Trafford, a 2-1 win over Villa at home at the City Ground, and then a 2-0 last week at the G-Tech over Brentford. So and also, you know, has to be noted that Brentford had not been held to a clean sheet at home all season. Actually, I think they had scored the most goals at home of any team in the league. So a big result for Nottingham Forest last week. So let's take a look and see why that would have happened last week based on who they played on the field. So Sells has been in very good form. One of the better keepers in the league this season, have to be said. A little bit of a tweak in the system last week. He went with a back 3, playing Morata, who I haven't seen much from the start of games this year, Murillo and Milenkovic, who have been very solid. They went with Nico Williams and Ola. I think Ola actually might get a little more out of him in this system because he can give you that attacking option as well. And Nico Williams the same. I think he's better in this system as a fullback or a wing back, I should say, or a wide midfielder, basically. Then you have Gibbs White and Anderson in the midfield. Chris Wood, Hudson-Odoi, and Elanga. So right off the bat, it is noticeable that even though he went with the 3 centre backs, it was a lot more attacking all the other selections in the pitch. Not really a Ryan Yates or Ward Prowse. Kind of like somebody who's gonna break up play. They didn't really have that player. They had just a bunch of technical players in midfield. With the right amount of steel, and they're gonna give you effort and energy, but not necessarily ball winning players, so to speak. So I think that's a bit of a shift, and Nuno in his coaching being a little bit more open to having a little bit more expansive options, and still keeping a solid base and foundation, but letting the attacking players do what they do best. I think they always look more dangerous when they go with Hudson-Odoi and Elanga from the start. But I know sometimes opponent and everything could change your way of playing. I think tomorrow, with them facing Spurs, it's going to be interesting what they go with. Do they stick with this type of formation, or do they go back to the back four they were playing before? That's going to be something to watch. Then we have Tottenham. So, of course, this was one of the maddest games so far this season, this 6-3 game. This is how Tottenham started this one. This mad person in goal, Fraser Forster, just giving away goals all the time. Dragosine and Archie Gray. So they're down to the scrapes in terms of centre backs. Jed Spence has filled in well. Udogie is still going to be, close to fitness. We're not really sure. So it might be the same back four tomorrow. Then you have Son, who I think has been kind of anonymous, to be honest, the last few games. Madison, who I don't know how he came out when he did in the last match. Papsar and Bissouma have been playing midfield, but I know Bentancur's suspension is up, so I'd expect him to come right back in because, these guys have been playing pretty much every game. So maybe just for freshness, you'll start Bentancur. Kulusevski's undroppable at this point, probably their best player. And Solanke, of course, is their main man going forward. But for me, I would be considering, I know it seems crazy, but I'd be considering maybe benching Son. Just let him refresh, come off the bench, see if him can affect the game from off the bench just for once. It is a busy Christmas period, so just give him a chance to maybe come off of the bench. I think that can't hurt anything. But let's see. Does Udogie come back in for you? He could start Udogie and put Jed Spence at right back and bench Porro. That's an option as well. But let's see what he goes with. I think this game though, it's gonna come down to, can Spurs limit their mistakes? I just don't think that they can. It's gonna be a tough atmosphere at the City Ground. They're very loud there, always up for a fight. So I'm gonna say Nottingham Forest continue their hot streak, and they get the better of Tottenham 3-2. It's another 3-2 game. Brentford 2-1 and Arsenal 3-0. All right, cool. CK said 3-2 Forest as well. Yeah, I agree. How did we beat Forest 3-0? It was actually the best game on the play. Like, on actually play real good. Something tells me you're the hardest working man on YouTube. I don't think so, I don't think so. I just I made a pact with myself that I was gonna do every game week preview and review show. So I always knew, looking at the schedule, that this would be the toughest time. And actually, I have to be filming from location the next time you see me, because we'll be making a trip tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna see how well we do when we're not, at home base. But yeah, we still gonna put in the word Peter Mystic. But respect. I don't think I reached that status as yet though. Forest versus Spurs 3-all. Yo, I could see it, Nicholas. Hot Chili said 2-1. All right, 3-1. Let's say I think about it a little more. I realize that Fraser Forster keep. Bless up RR, where I deal with, bro. Merry Christmas, Yeah, man, Merry Christmas to all. All right, so that is it for the Forest and Spurs game. So the next game at 10 is Southampton and West Ham. Rated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game at 10. Jaja. Goal rush got nice. All right, so West Ham 14th, 20 points, and Southampton, the cellar dwellers right now, 6 points. Last 5 for Southampton, of course, 4 of those with their previous manager. The last one, their new manager was in the stands, but he did take over the team, and a good result for them actually. A nil all at Craven Cottage, very good result. They had a draw at Brighton, not bad. 5-1 at home to Chelsea, 1-0 away to Villa Park, not a bad result, but then 5-0 at home against Tottenham and the nil last week. West Ham, 5-2 to Arsenal, 3-1 to Leicester, then beat Wolves 2-1. That one sacked Gary O'Neill. Then they got the 1-1 with Bournemouth. That's a good result. And a 1-1 with Brighton, a good result as well. So let's look at how they lined up in the last game. Fabianski has been the keeper long term now. Areola has been out for a little while, and since he's been back, can't get back a game. So Fabianski there, I think he's like in his 40s now, I think. He's starting in goal. Mavropanos had to come off at halftime. Todibo came on in the second half. So it's been interesting seeing which one of those two partner Max Killman. We have seen systems where it's 3 centre backs as well so far this season, but I think Wan-Bissaka has proven to hold down one of the sides for them. So he's been going with the back 4 and it's been working out decent. I think Paqueta has had a decent little uptick in his form lately. Kudus has been at least scoring goals and helping out in that way. And Bowen hasn't really hit the heights, but you can see it's coming for him. Fulkrug did start, but didn't look very effective in his 57 minutes. Just not really clicking with the rest of his teammates just yet, I don't think. I think injuries really setting him back in terms of just not being able to get a rhythm with his teammates, right? Somerville, though, is the one that, the coach keeps bringing in and he always makes an impact, but then when he starts, he doesn't make as much of an impact. So, he needs to figure out, he needs to really not figure out, but he needs to grab his chance because I do think tomorrow he might get a chance. It's going to be interesting, though. He might go back with Fulkrug again just to see because even though I think that spell of the game for West Ham was not the most fruitful, and it was almost like as soon as he came off, they scored, 1 minute later. But I don't know. I think they have to find a way for it to work with him on the team because I think West Ham will need more goals than just Bowen and Kudus. They need their striker to score goals, and that Fulkrug is a goal scoring striker. So I have to find a way to get him implemented into the system and make it where he's actually a threat while he's playing. Because so far they haven't been able to do that. Southampton, though, on the other end, this is the first lineup that the new coach put out there. So let's see if we can get any clues from this. I think the biggest difference for them last game, Ramsdale back from injury. He made quite a few saves, was probably the man of the match in the game as well. So, just having him in goal, will prevent a few of the goals that they might have conceded. Harwood, Bellis, Wood, and Bednarik. So a back 3, I think that's smart for them right now. Just kind of get that back line solid, and also the midfield, 2 players on the flanks that are truly, fullbacks that can play in a 4, Flynn Downs and Aribo, 2 players that also can do both sides of the football game. I think that's very imperative. Those 7 players, that solid base is needed in a team like Southampton struggling to get any points really in the league so far. And yeah, it's going to be interesting moving forward if they stick with this. I think this is probably this formation that I would play if I was managing this team, to be honest. Try to get as much of the centre backs in the game as possible. And to be fair, all 3 of these centre backs are decent with the ball on the ground. So it's not like you're just conceding possession playing this system. So yeah, it's going to be interesting because these are 2 teams that I feel like, you would think West Ham should go there and get the result, but they haven't really proven to have a killer instinct this season. So I'm leaning towards a draw almost. But let's see. I think I'm going to say, I'm going to say 1-1. 1-1 Southampton, West Ham. Tennessee Woods. Oh, Tennessee Woods. Mad. No, say it probably cowl up this. So 2-1 Hammers. West Ham 2-0. Chelsea say 1-1 as well. Say 2-2. Jano, Nicholas said 3-0. You change your mind. Some West Ham fans, they think he was just going to replace Antonio from he got signed, but now they're saying he's a flop. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's harsh to call him a flop just because a lot of the reason why he hasn't been playing is because he's been injured, you know? So is it fair to call a player that you bring in that don't play because him injured a flop? Probably not, but I've heard it said before, you know, fans are kind of, you know, not really business with people so much. Yeah, yeah, sorry about that, people. Sorry about that. Me have to sort out myself. All right, so the next fixture, people. The next fixture, West Ham Southampton. So that one day, gonna forget seeing mainly upon the wait name there. Goal rush. All right, so the 12:30 fixture tomorrow, people. We have Ruben Amorim taking on Vitor Pereira. So I think this is a Portuguese matchup, coaching wise. And this one will be at the Molineux. So Wolves now trying to get their way out of the relegation zone. They're up to 18th now on 12 points after their 3-0 win over Leicester. They're pretty much chasing Leicester to get them into the relegation zone. Man United on 13th, 22 points, -1 goal difference for them. 3-0 loss to Bournemouth last time out. Amorim, I think, you know, and it's probably was to be expected. A lot of chopping and changing in his lineup since he's been the coach. The back three last time was Mazraoui, Harry Maguire, and Lisandro Martinez. Malacia got the start on the left side of his wing-back system. Dalot on the right. Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo played midfield. Then you had Bruno Fernandes and Ahmad in the double number 10 roles behind Joshua Zirkzee. Halftime, Malacia was hooked. Lenny Yora came on. Basically, what happened then, Dalot went to the left, Mazraoui pushed up, Yora went into the back three. Then there was a double substitution on 55 minutes or 54 minutes. Højlund and Garnacho on for Zirkzee and Ugarte, and basically Bruno dropped back into midfield. Garnacho played in one of the roles behind the striker. We saw no Anthony, no Casemiro, no Eriksen. And based on how this man has managed so far, I would expect all those players to start. Casemiro, Eriksen, Højlund will probably start this one. Does he start Anthony? Maybe. I think Ahmad right now is not dropping, neither Bruno. So yeah, just expect that whoever never start, you know, definitely the midfielders, he's been rotating a lot. So I would expect maybe one of Eriksen or Casemiro to start this game, one of Ugarte or Kobe not to play this one from the start. I don't think he started Malacia in back-to-back games, so he'll probably won't start this one. So it'll probably be Dalot and maybe Anthony on one side, Dalot on one side, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, Manu, I think the coach is just trying things, trying out different players, trying to see who he can trust. You know, I think certain players have put their hands up and said, okay, I want to be a part of what you're doing. Others, I think, he's still on the fence about. So I think we're gonna see more of that, more of the same from Amorim in terms of rotating players. This was how Wolves played their first game under their new manager. Back three as well. Doherty playing centre back this time. Bueno and Totti Gomez as well. midfield of Andre and Joao Gomez, Rodrigo Gomez wide, as well as Semedo. And really and truly, it was more like Semedo was playing deeper, But yeah, I think that's how it was. And then Guedes and Cunha and Strand Larson up front. Cunha has a lot of license to roam, so he pops up all over the place. Really talented player. But yeah, I think if it's not broke, why fix it? So I would expect something very similar to this. Nori was suspended. He will be back. So Rodrigo Gomez got a goal. Is that enough to keep his starting place? We'll have to wait and see. But more than likely, we'll see Nori back in the starting lineup. But who knows? It's a new manager. Maybe this manager just rate Rodrigo Gomez. But let's see. As I said, it was suspension last week, so he should be back. So I would expect him to start again. Yeah, I would expect him to start again. He could still start Rodrigo Gomez and start Nori. Just drop Nelson Semedo back to the back line. Maybe Doherty doesn't get the start. But yeah, interesting one to see. This one is going to be good. Wolves and Man U, I think, Man U very difficult to kind of predict right now. I think Wolves, I've always thought all along they haven't been getting the results that match their performance for the most part. And if this manager can come in and just eliminate just the schoolboy errors that we saw from Wolves a lot this season, then I think Wolves has enough in the attacking side of things to beat a lot of teams and at least get draws in a lot of games. But I just feel like this is a good time to be playing Man U with the coach figuring everything out. They're very vulnerable. And I just feel like Wolves will ask the right questions on the day. And I think they will get goals as well. So I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Wolves in this fixture. 2-1 Wolves. CK said 2-2. Up Gooner, what going? Hearing a new player for next year? No, Lawan. I don't hear about a new player. The same old player them when I always hear about, Yeah, Mason Greenwood and yeah, the same players, brother, from one time. Man United 2-1, not too sure about this, but let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't trust them at all right now. United get lucky tomorrow because Cunha won't play, so it's a 1-1 draw. Cunha won't play? Why? Why won't Cunha play? That's news to me. What's wrong with him? Too much yellow card? Nah, man, you talk about Cunha won't play. Why Cunha won't play? Cunha play, bro. Cunha play, Nicholas. He's playing. Don't call down them thing there from my fantasy side them. Stop it, man. People, Nicholas is reporting something that is not reported anywhere else, so you can believe him if you want. All right, so the last fixture of the day, 3 o'clock, Boxing Day, after the next big eating again. Well, I'll be traveling still, so I won't be able to watch this one. But 39 points, first place Liverpool, taking on 17th place Leicester. It doesn't get any easier for Ruud van Nistelrooy this week, having to take his Leicester team to Anfield after losing 3-0 at home to Wolves last week. Now they have to face a team that went to Tottenham and dropped 6, and they have to do it away from home. So this will be very difficult for Leicester. I don't really see a way where they keep this score down. As I said before, Hermanson would be a savior for them because I've seen him with performances this year: 9 saves, 8 saves, 10 saves. Just keeping the score close for Leicester to nick a point or, even get a win in some instances. But he won't be around. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see how this works out for them. Bobby Reid getting more and more time, this time coming on in the 53rd minute. Will he finally get a start? We've been calling for the start forever. I think Bobby might just get the start in this game for the first time. But I think the back line has been the issue since Root took over. Connor Cody was banished, wasn't really getting game. He seems to be picking him as a first choice. Vestergaard as well wasn't really playing all the time. He's in the lineup now. Okole and Fass, who were playing more under the previous managers, put to the bench. But Fass came on at halftime in the last game. Okole didn't get no game. So I think Root need to figure out his back line. If he can't figure it out, I would suggest to him play a back three tomorrow. Connor Cody always been a better player in a back three, so put him in a back three with Vestergaard and I would say Okole, honestly, because Fass is like a walking mistake more while. But we'll see what he goes with. Justin, I think, could play that wing back role just fine, and then maybe a play. Christensen on the other side. So you have 5 defenders. But Christensen and Justin can get forward. And then you figure it out from there. Jamie Vardy, whether he's fit enough to start or not, is a big question mark. Patson Daka didn't get on last week, but feel like he could start and lead the line and cause some problems too. But let's be honest, people. Liverpool will be bringing too much on this occasion for them. I think if you own any of these players in fantasy, yes, you should be having a decent day. I don't think Leicester will be enough to challenge them. The only hope you can say as a rival fan, Liverpool has been leaking a few more chances of late. We saw 3 goals conceded to Spurs last week. But I just feel like this team is going to score goals. They're going to create chances. Salah's been on fire. Szoboszlai probably had his best game of the season last week. Gakpo didn't score or assist last week, but he's been playing really well. And Luis Diaz has been a revelation playing at striker, comfortably either on the wing or up front. And I think, it's been another level lately in attack for Liverpool. And of course, Jota recently returning from injury, like he never left, just scoring goals as soon as he get back on the pitch. So Liverpool, think more of the same tomorrow. This won't be the week where we get some change out of Liverpool as a rival fan. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be another beat down, 4-1. I think Liverpool always concede a goal lately for some reason. So 4-1 to Liverpool. So then finally, but that happened the game before the last game. That bust up happened the game before. So they just now charging him for it. Yo, what you tell me, say, man? Mateus Cunha. Because he would have listed as out, suspended for Manchester United. Charged with misconduct by FA. Okay. All right. So how long? Cunha's teammate. Speaking about the incident. Who's in discipline? Shot his game after receiving a card. First half of the defeat, but he will now miss that game because of his red card and still return on 4 bookings. Oh, damn. Okay. But this not say, yo, brother, I be a mixed things. Be a mixed things. Because issued FA charge. Okay. Is he available? Somebody does answer the question, man. Manchester United head to Wolves. We're looking to get back to the Cunha availability. Is Mateus Cunha available at the moment? He's set to play despite being charged. Okay. Charles Cunha is kind of Thursday to respond. Deadline possible Wolves heard nothing from the Premier League or the FA, so Cunha remain available for the trip to Leicester. As available. That's apparently could be crucial against if Wolves are without Cunha. So, bro, nowhere is actually saying if he's actually out. They're just saying that he was charged and blah blah blah. Bro, provide the article to me and I will read it. Cunha should play. He hasn't been banned yet. Yeah. What you say? I convince you. All right, cool. 2-1 Wolves then. All right. 3-1 Pool set 2 CK. Liverpool 6-1. Yeah, I was going to go for something mad like that, but he's playing, bro. Sorry, but the FA didn't suspend him. Yeah. No, it's all good. You play like Arsenal didn't play for. No, because him all right. You see through fantasy, him depend like hard on my fantasy side them. Like every single fantasy team I have, Cunha depend it. Draft team them and my fantasy team. So him not playing and me not knowing is like not good. Cause I have to like adjust a lot of things, So that's why I'm there going so still. Gig say I going like a Arsenal. Arsenal I go miss him. Normally I would say play Bobby and I still do, but not even that I go save Rude this week. Liverpool 4-1. Yeah. Apart of me, I said nobody play Bobby, make him get a beat up, But I feel like Bobby would have helped them because Bobby I go put in a shift and just do the right things out of possession when them are gonna need. But yeah, Liverpool gonna take that home. So now we have some fixtures, people, on the Thursday. So we have 2 matches because the bulk of the games will be on Boxing Day tomorrow. But we do have a couple on Friday, I should say, not Thursday. Brighton and Brentford. That's the first game. That one will be at 2:30. Brighton in 10th after some lean results for them lately. Their last 5, they are winless. They have 3 draws and 2 losses. 1 to Crystal Palace at home, 1 to Fulham away. They drew with Leicester away, drew with Southampton at home, and drew with West Ham away. So not very good last 5 fixtures. Brentford, their last 5, they beat Leicester 4-1, lost 3-1 to Villa, beat Newcastle 4-2 at home, good win. 2-1 loss to Chelsea. That game they actually played decent in. And a 2-0 loss at home, we talked about earlier, to Nottingham Forest. Now, Brentford, they have had to scrap and chop and change on the back line. Anytime Pinnock doesn't play, it's a difference. Ben Mee came in for him. Ayer came off injured, so he'll be another one that's starting pretty much every week for them out now. Nathan Collins been the mainstay on the back line so far this year. Hallgrimson player at the national level. Keane Lewis Potter left back last week. They went with Norgard Damsgaard and Vitaly Janelt in midfield. Shade, Wissa, and Mbumo, probably one of the fastest 3 in a forward line right there. But they couldn't muster anything in this game for the first time at home this entire season. Roslev came in and had to come back out last game, so not sure if he'll be back. So yeah, that is what Brentford started with last week. And like I said, Ayer won't be available, so he'll be gone. So they'll make some more shuffling changes on that back line to face Brighton. Now, Brighton last week, they played West Ham, drew with them 1-1. This was a game that I thought, second half, Brighton especially, could have maybe gotten some done, but just, for whatever reason, something is not quite clicking in the attack for them lately. I think the biggest reason or the biggest difference is no Danny Welbeck, and I don't think he'll be fit enough to return So I don't expect their attacking worries to change much this week. Now, the only good thing for them is they'll be facing a Brentford team that, with their best defensive lineup, has been leaking goals away from home this year. And now they don't have all their best defenders. So I would give the edge because of the injury situation right now to Brentford, to Brighton. I know they're not without, I know they're without Welbeck, but I think, they still have enough with the likes of Pedro, the likes of Mitoma. They need to just step up in this one. I think Julio Enciso has looked lively coming off the bench lately in the last few games. Maybe he has fought his way into the starting lineup, or maybe it's time to start Minte again. He was starting earlier in the season, so let's see what the coach goes for. I think Ursula has been switching things around a lot, especially in the midfield areas and on the wings. But he needs to settle on some players so that they can get into a rhythm, I think. And it's going to be interesting what he goes with. Ferguson, pretty much the one who you would think would be starting in the forward right now, but he has gone for Ruta the last couple of games. Ruta looks to want to, not really play the focal point striker, move around a lot. Would they be better off just playing with that person to play off of in Ferguson? Because you have a lot of runners that like to combine Mitoma, João Pedro, if the likes of Enciso starts, so let's see what Ursula goes with. But I think I'm going to give Brighton the slight edge. I know they haven't been on the best form of late, but I think Brentford's injuries in defense are going to make the difference in this one. So I'm going to say this game ends 2-1 to Brighton. João Pedro do a goal. Nah, it's not that serious. I just not like lose. Bless up game birds. Yeah. I got add you in game birds. Just drop all of your score them, brother. Drop all of your score them. Soon pull up the list so you can look and just drop the whole of them. Coach forward black. All right. So coach with upon 2-1 Brentford. All right. Yeah, I'm soon drop the whole of the game them so everybody will never miss out a few of them. 1-1 in a bees match. All right. CK said 2-1 Brentford. And coach said the same. Everybody I go against Brighton, eh? Brentford have too much problem on our back, man. And they ain't been scoring away from home like that. All right, last game for the weekend. Now I make me wait for the G them. Friday afternoon, 3:15. Arsenal, third place, 33 points. I expect them at kickoff to be 9 points behind us, Liverpool, and 6 points behind. No, 5 points behind Chelsea. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on Arsenal, but I think this Ipswich team, I think recently they have been up and down. Typically, they keep the score down for the most part. Got the 4-0 against Newcastle. That was kind of the most they had conceded in quite a few fixtures, actually. Arsenal, though, has been getting a little more stingy in terms of the goals that they have been conceding. Last 5 games, they've conceded, 4 goals. Couple of clean sheets in those wins are in those fixtures as well. I think Crystal Palace game, they did give up, a little bit more in terms of chances than of late. And I think there was a concerted effort by Arteta to ensure that, we kind of went for it a little bit more. For the first time this season that I can remember, he went with like a true number 6 and, 2 kind of flanking midfielders that had the license to go forward in Havertz and Odegaard. No, and I think that really left Partey a bit exposed. And I think at times, the over-reliance on inverting the fullbacks to give Partey that company in that level of the pitch That's why the transitions really hurt us, because they were able to get the ball out wide. Players scrambled and tried to cover those spaces, and then what ended up happening was Partey would have too many people to try to cover in that middle space. So yeah, I think if he goes back with this lineup again, which I think he might with the upcoming fixtures, I think he'll want to play Calafiori in the game against Brentford from the start. And with him just coming back from injury, I could see him starting Miles again at home. Timber has proven to be, this season's Ben White of late, at least, in terms of just like playing every game at that right back spot. I don't think he wants to move Partey out of the middle of the midfield back to right back, but based on the red line, based on the amount of minutes, is it time for Timber to get a rest? Maybe it could be that time. So I just hope it's not Partey at right back, but you never know with Arteta. He seems to think that that's an okay thing to do. Saliba and Magalhaes, I think, will play again. Saliba had a half game last game, so hopefully he's back to his best in this one. Raya was excellent in the last game. Does he stick with the Odegaard and Havertz in midfield? I think he probably does, because I think Jesus keeps his spot. I think it's just going to be interesting to see, does he start one area outright? Does he play Martinelli outright and Trossard on the left? Like how we ended like how it looked. Yeah, like how pretty much we ended the game in the last matchup. I'm leaning towards that. Martinelli straight swap for Saka, who's injured, and then Trossard to start from the left. Don't think he can bench Jesus at this point with him being on form. You want to maximize that for as long as possible. So I think he will play. And yeah, the only thing to watch is that back line. I think Timber, due to what we have coming up against Brentford, is this one where you give him a rest. I don't know if he will, though, just because I don't think he wants to move Partey out of midfield. Or is it that he says, okay, let's just rest Partey altogether. We have a bunch of games. Brentford, I think, is going to be a tougher game. I want him fit for that one and fully fit for that one. Maybe it's Jorginho and Marino, because he tends to play those two together. So it's a hard one to predict. Rice didn't start last game. Does he start this time? Hard one to predict. I think we have options in midfield right now for the first time in a while. So let's see what he decides to go with. I think up front is going to be a little easier. I think he does start Trossard, he does start Martinelli, and he does start Jesus. And the midfielders is going to be, the interesting one to try to sort out, see what he goes with. I'm inclined to think he goes back with Odegaard and Havertz. It's just a matter of who is the midfielder. Is it Rice in midfield and then Partey at right back so Timber can get a rest? Does Marino come in from the start? Does Havertz get a rest? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But I think whatever side the man pick, we're going to win the damn game. That's what I think. Now, Ipswich, as I said, they got the 4-0 last week. Probably one of their worst performances. I don't remember them really getting much chance in this game to do much. But yeah, they're going to be without their captain, Morsi, in midfield. I think that's going to be an issue for them. He puts in a lot of work, a lot of organizing he does in that midfield. So we're going to see how they look without him in there. And yeah, I don't really see them being able to cause enough problems. Delap typically is a problem, right? But we shall see if he is able to cause enough of a problem in this one. Let me see, because he didn't play last week. I think he was suspended, though. Yeah, so he'll be back because he was suspended. So Liam Delap, hopefully he can cause some problems. We have seen against some teams, he by himself can make things very uncomfortable for defenders. So him being back will help, but I think Morsi out of midfield is gonna, cause some issues with their organization in that midfield area. Definitely somebody that is like another manager on the pitch for them. So I think that's gonna be a big loss for them. A game where they would need him to be out there. So I'm gonna say Arsenal is due for a clean sheet as well. So I'm gonna say Arsenal 4 to the good. 4 to the good, people. I want to say. CK Badmine. He says Saka is out. It's a 1-1. All right, CK. We're going to see. We're going to see. Nicholas agree with me. 4-0. Actually, Sekana FC 3-0. Game Birds are run them off. So Game Birds say 1-0 with the Toughies for City. 2-1 Castle. 3-4. 2-1 Newcastle over Villa. Forest 2-1 over Spuds. Bournemouth 3-1 over Palace. Chelsea 4-1 over Fulham. Southampton 2-2 with the Hammers. Wolves 3-2 over Man U. Liverpool 3-0 over Leicester. Brighton 2-0 over Brentford, and Arsenal 3-1 over Ipswich. All right. Have them Game Birds. Big up. My Sports World, Merry Christmas. Yeah, man. Premier of the morning. Merry Christmas, Rob Smith. Big up. Listen, I'm married to the game. I have 2 wives, you know. Christmas to Jamaica, Jason and all. Yeah, man. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from us to everyone. Where it's a 2-0 comfortable win. The Jesus deliver more goals after Christmas. Why not? Jesus another God himself. All right. Massa predict Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus, and King Kai. So I think Jesus are going to play on the right side. Okay. Christmas will be over, so will Jesus still score? That's a good question. I mean, it's still the Christmas period, so hopefully. I got me Arsenal Xmas sweater similar on too. But this is not actually an Arsenal sweater still. It should be. Maybe we'll other way name the tweet. Put a cannon on it somewhere. Boy, actually, I just hope I'll take even another month. Yeah, man. 5 goals was a Christmas miracle. Yeah, fam. Bless up Game Birds. Martin right wing and Jesus left wing, I think. Okay. Fair enough. I was thinking he's gonna keep Jesus right through the center and Martinelli on the right, Trossard on the left. That's what I'm thinking. But you could be right. All right, so that is it for the fixtures, people. Let's just take a quick look at the table. So we know what's going on going into the weekend. So Southampton really can't do much but get closer to getting into safety. They have a big matchup with West Ham, so they'll want to get something out of this game under their new manager. Ipswich in 19th, but a win could get them out of the relegation zone against Arsenal. Not likely, but stranger things have happened. Wolves, one more victory like they had against Manchester United and a Leicester loss or failure to get points or even a draw will take them out of the relegation zone due to their superior goal difference. That's Wolves. So they have a lot to play for against Man U. Then we have Leicester City, as I said, facing Liverpool. Very unlikely to get points. So 2 teams in the relegation zone have an option or an opportunity, I should say, to jump over them and get out of the relegation zone. Then we'll have, really Wolves, because if both these teams were to win, very unlikely that Ipswich would catch them for goal difference. So Wolves would definitely be out. Ipswich closer to being out. Then we have Crystal Palace on 16 points facing Bournemouth. Then we have Everton, of course, first game of the day, facing City in 15th. West Ham 14th. United 13th. Brentford and Tottenham on 23, 11th and 12th. 25 points apiece, Fulham and Brighton. But Fulham better goal difference. Then you have Newcastle alone on 26 points in 8th. City, 27 points alone in 7th. Then on 28, you have Bournemouth and Villa, with Bournemouth with a better goal difference. 31 points for Forest in 4th, at last Champions League place. And then you have Arsenal, 33 points, Chelsea, 35, and Liverpool, with that game in hand, 4 points clear of their nearest rival, Chelsea. So that is the table right now, people. Definitely a lot of action still to go in the Prem. We're almost to the halfway stage though, so teams can start to really look at what their aspirations will be going into the rest of this season. So Richard Edwards checking in, coach Arteta may want trust in there. You could be right, yeah. 2-1 Castle Isak to score, says coach. 2-all Spurs and Forest. Coach say 1-all Southampton West Ham. So the Wolves, Man U incoming, Liverpool, Leicester, and Arsenal, Ipswich. All right, so only thing my team look for the draft lineup, people. So I have my squad. So this is one of the league them. Raya in goal. I'm sure now. So Raya in goal, Mitchell, Cucurella, Dean Howson. That's the back line. And Salah, Semenyo, Rogers, Foden, Cunha, Solanke, and Havertz. So that's what I'm going with. What more I know, people? I don't know if Havertz is worth benching, even though I don't think I'm going to play striker anymore, because I just feel like we're going to score a lot of goals, and he tends to get goals at the Emirates most of the time, so I don't really want to take him off. But I wonder if I should and just start. See, the problem is Johnson been playing off the bench, but he's so productive typically. Like he came off the bench, got an assist against Liverpool. Got an assist in this game. I mean, a lot of the previous games him do something. So I just don't know. I'm tempted not to bench him, even though I think he might not start. But who would? All right, if it was up to you, would you start Johnson and bench Foden or Havertz, or would you just leave it how it is? Let me know, because I'm kind of struggling with this idea of who to start. And should I start? Definitely starting Raya over Sanchez. I'm not even going to contemplate that. Richard Edwards said 2-1 Wolves. And coach said 5-1 Liverpool. I said something similar. Which other score? 2-2 Spurs Forest. Okay. 1-all Southampton West Ham. 2-1 Wolves. 5-1 Liverpool. Yeah, you sent your picks to Discord. Yeah, I have them. Which other score? Me not miss no score for you. Or just the Arsenal Ipswich game alone. That's the only game me not see you put. Unless you put that from beginning and I just never see it. Let me know, coach, which score you attack. Little London Derby would be good if Fulham draw Chelsea. Yeah, I went for the Chelsea win, but I would love to see a draw in that game for sure. No doubt about it. But one thing, people, let me know how this side look. Should I not bench Brennan Johnson? 3-0 Ipswich? Me royal card. Yo, if that happen, I might be the first time I see no review show. I said, where Jason Gooner gonna hide? People, I don't know. If nobody not tell me say me for change it, me not change it, I start everybody where you see right so. Yeah, man, coach. At them time then I say, somebody check on Jason Gooner there. I don't know if I'm alright. So yeah, I don't think I go change that, people. But this is the next squad. Verbrong in goal. Lewis Hall, Gabriel, Mitchell. I really love that, but say it go. Salah, Semenyo, Doku, Neto, and Kudus. Havertz and Cunha. I have Welbeck in the league, yeah, but I not get rid of him till him forward. Leaf Davis, I rate him, but he might play Arsenal, so I really feel sorry for him. And Digne, him been alright, but him not get no assist like one time. Like earlier in the season, him there take enough set piece and get involved in the attack enough and them thing there. But from where they him not really do that again. So I just low him on the bench and try work with Mitchell, cause Mitchell of late been getting, I think it's 2 games in a row now him get an assist. So yeah, just I go and work with him for now and see what him can do. Even though I think him will concede goal, maybe and give me something on the offensive, you know. I play that wing back role there. So that's why I'm gonna do it that way, the people. And all the same, even though they've been keeping some clean sheet lately, I think them keep 2 clean sheet is really the opponent still. So against Villa, I don't expect them to keep a clean sheet, but him also offer a lot of threat set piece wise, just crossing the ball in open play and all them something there. So yeah, bench Henderson. Come I think I got double up with Crystal Palace player this week. I rather take my chances with Verbruggen because Brentford take a lot of shots anyway. So if he make some save, maybe we get a bonus. You have to think about all them something there. But yeah, this one I don't think the only thing I tried to get rid of Doku this week only because him just so up and down with the amount of minutes. But look when him start, him always do something if him start, and him start every other game. So kind of glad say the trade when we tried to never go through because I feel like I would have vexed. I might actually start this week and do something. So I'll give him one more chance to see what him can do. And Neto, I'm a little bit worried because him start last week. I'm never really influenced the game so much. With them having so many attacking players that I can expect the coach to just rotate him out of the starting lineup. But feel like I'm going to play at some point. So maybe an impact off the bench. I really don't have an option. I'm not going to start another one of these two. So team kind of pick itself for that one, yeah. But I feel good still because Salah against them, great. Havertz against them, great. Cunha, I trust against Manu as well to do something. Goal, assist, something. Semenya scored last week, always involved when him fit. Him going to be fit. And I think Doku going to start. So, yeah, should get some points in the 2 of them league, yeah. May I lead these 2, and then in the other one, slip up last week. I got made some bad decisions. So I dropped to second in this league. I am sure Sports League. Big up to I am sure Sports. Big G, you always there dropping predictions as well. The man gone left me in the league because me like a dunce, but never captain Salah. So yeah, that's the only reason why I'm have that big lead there, people. Just that one stupid move there. Make some move this week when we see in the review show what we do. Because I'm not sure nobody what we do. I don't want to get no ideas, But yeah, that's about it, people. Full joy bringing you the content as usual on this Christmas evening. What's my rank? Says FPL Big Head. Well, in the world, let me see. I'm not doing so well in the world, to be honest. Right now, in the whole entire world, I am 576,910. I don't know how much people I play. My highest rank, I was up to 225, I think. In the US, I'm 20,000. Out of Arsenal fans, I'm 89,000. But in this league that I'm in, with about how much team? 23 team, I'm in second with 1047. I think the leaders in the world gone like 1,300. So I'm gonna kill everybody. So FPL Big Head, I am like way down in the world, For real, bro. Bournemouth game and City. No, coach, me have 2-0 for City and me have 1-0 for Bournemouth. Yeah, because before he did go, he did give me them there. You change your mind? Nice, man. Big up the OC. Man City, Everton, 2-2. We don't know, people. Next time you see me, I'll be in some different environs. I'll probably be a lot warmer as well. So yeah, I might have to film the next one from poolside, 2-1 Forest, 1-1 Southampton, West Ham, Wolves and Manu, 1-1 as well. Liverpool, Leicester, 3-0. Brighton, Brentford. Yeah, man, him better start Doku tomorrow for multiple reasons. If he want to win, and if he want my fantasy side get some points, that particular league. Arsenal 3-1. All right, DOC, man, lucky in, brother. Merry Christmas to you and the family. Yeah, man, hope everything went well in the Christmas here for you. Yes, people. All right, Nicholas, let me check in. Brighton, Brentford, Nicholas. After the 1 minute of no score. Brighton, Brentford. Let's see why I missed that one there. I probably put it, 4-0 Arsenal, Nicholas. Brighton, Brentford. That's the only 1 minute in Nicholas. Oh, 2-2 draw. Sorry. So I'm going to get the whole of them. Another 2-2 draw. I just see it. And then 4-0 Arsenal. All right. So I'm get the whole of your own, Nicholas. Bless up, Cranky. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Hope all is well. Sorry, the little live earlier today. Couldn't help yourself, huh? Yeah, 2-2 draw. I find it. No, Mas, me not in Jamaica, Mas. Me in Georgia, where it's not like Jamaica. It's pretty cold actually. So the sweater is needed. Yeah, man, Cranky. Big up. So they're letting us enjoy the festive period a little longer as Arsenal fans. We don't have to see our team play on Boxing Day. We have to wait till Friday. So, but the teams that we need to lose, I don't really see them having fixtures. Chelsea's game is a bit tough. I'll say that. But Liverpool, Leicester at home, they're gonna smash them. So not really much to cheer as an Arsenal fan for Boxing Day tomorrow. Forest is a tough game against Spurs. Because they could potentially jump right over us in the Premier League tomorrow. So, we can't act like we shouldn't be looking at Nottingham Forest games. Because if they get 3 points against Forest, against Spurs, they move to 34 and pass us by a point. So I fully expect that when Arsenal goes to play the game, they will be 9 points adrift of Liverpool and 5 points adrift of Chelsea. I think both of them will get 3 points tomorrow. So even though it's Ipswich, there will be pressure. But I think we'll be able to deal with that pressure on Friday for sure. Yeah, man, make them know, man. Make them know if you smash the like button. And yes, people, I want to say big up to CK again. Recently became a member of the channel. That's actually one of the best ways that you can help the channel to grow and support the channel. It's just a way to, basically it's almost like your dues in a way for the month. It's just a way to support the channel, make sure that we can keep the lights on and we can better the product that we bring to you. As you guys can see, I currently use pretty much everything out of my machine. So my camera, my microphone, everything is pretty much used through this one base. And I know that tends to drain the quality of the content at times. So eventually, people, I want to, and I've made this vow to myself that I'm not really going to invest any more into the channel itself, out of just my own pocket and what I earn outside of YouTube. So I'm just been putting away the YouTube money to save up and get a microphone and also a camera so that I can utilize different shots in videos and try to just get the thing looking better. I think the bulk of the reason why the folks who have found me come back to watch me is they enjoy the way I bring across the information. And I know that my audience could grow exponentially if I could just improve the quality of the production of the show and the content that I bring. So in order to do so, I will need to make some investments, and I am working my way towards those. So yes, people, this year just look for constant improvement. You guys know that I'm not afraid of putting in the work. I love coming here and talking about the football to the channel, to the people that follow. We're gaining a nice core following that is here pretty much every week. And even when I make my reggae boys, reggae girls, or Jamaica football content, there's pretty much a core audience that always checks into Jason Gooner when I do that as well. So that was really the goal, just to be able to create content that I know people would be interested in, come back in, become a part of a family. And we are definitely getting that here on the channel. So this whole time I've been doing this damn stream, none of you couldn't tell me say this thing have this on the screen. Why? Hey, when you're just giving information and talking about the ball game and just a flow, people not even realize the whole time it's a week 17 review. Yeah, but so Nicholas said game of the day, Villa versus Castle and Forest versus Spuds for entertainment value. Yeah, I also like the Chelsea Fulham game, Nicholas. That's another shout for me. I think that game is gonna be nice. And to be honest, for entertainment value, I'm gonna say Wolves and Man U. To be honest. But yeah, in terms of just football, I think Villa Newcastle is the game I'm most looking forward to. Yeah. Newcastle Villa. I think that should be a good one. Respect Nicholas. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know it's I keep saying it's work, but it's really not work, to be honest. I mean, I would be doing this anyway. Yes, I'm just now sitting down and writing down some scores, but this is stuff that I would be doing with my peers and my family members anyway. So as I said, it's not really work, and I really enjoy bringing it to the people. As a matter of fact, speaking of family members, I'm adding the other Nick. I'm sure he'll send his predictions in, whether it's to the comment section or to my phone. So my Biggs G. Float. Just checking with the rest of yours. Mass Mill added to the big board. RR, you give me one score. I ain't stop. And I got Dukes. All right, yeah. So pretty much all the people them. Demo, I can't see you, bro. Where you there? I know you're probably busy still. I know you're probably there yard right now. So big up anyway, the Demo. Merry Christmas. And yeah, just want to say, well, yeah, I'm going to see you guys again before the new year. So I'm not going to send a new year blessing. We'll see you again. As I said, people, the next show will be coming to you live from a undisclosed location where it will be warmer. Yes, people, that will be Friday night after the games are finished. We will forward with that. And then I think the next set of fixtures is when Sunday. Yeah, so if anything, Saturday at some point, we forward with the show, and then Monday night we'll have to drop the review show. All right, yeah. So that's how it's gonna work, people. You'll see me again Friday night for the review show, and to be fair, that might just be a review show and preview show all in one. So just knock that out, and then we just forward with the review show Monday the 30th, Monday night the 30th. All things being equal. It might be a little tough because I know Monday is a tough day for me, family-wise. I have a lot of things going on that day. But I'm a late person anyway, so goodly late night that night they will drop in. If anything, we might drop it Tuesday But we shall see. We shall see. You get a pre-New Year's countdown show. Yeah. But anyway, people, just look out. I'm gonna drop the thumbnail them as soon as I can, and just make sure if you're subscribed, you are hitting that notification bell to make sure that you know what's going on. Yeah, man. I will get it from the Discord, bro. No worries, mas. But anyway, people, big up on yourself. Hoping to enjoy the rest of your Christmas, what is left of it. If you're on the West Coast, you have a little bit more time. But you don't know, people, it's always my pleasure to bring you the content. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer checking out with Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV EPL Preview Show. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And once again, people, enjoy the rest of your Christmas. I'm out. Blessings.